read the myth of arachne. We're going to continue with that myth today. All right? Yesterday you did a really good job working through the process of what good readers do anytime they read a text. Okay? So the first thing that we did is we previewed that text and we thought about everything that we knew about Greek myths. Some of you even knew what arachne meant or what it had something to do with spiders. And we made a prediction for what we did. Then we jumped into reading. We tore it apart, right? We had some breakdowns, vocab breakdowns, syntax breakdowns. We figured them all out, and we came up with a really clear summary. The summary that I put together is actually all of your work, and all of your responses I put together into one. So this is your work, and that's a really good job, okay? So since you understood what the text is about, I feel really confident that we're ready to jump into this analysis piece, okay? So for analysis today, we're going to focus on theme. Now, we've done theme before, I know that, but we're going to attack it from a different way today. So I want to make sure that you're really paying close attention to me. So you're actually going to take notes as I'm talking, all right? So look down the bottom of your handout. You're going to see there's 3 bullet points here. What I want you to do when I'm talking is I want you to write the answers to these questions on the bottom. We're not going to do right now, I just need a summary. Sorry. I want you to write the answers to these ideas on the lines, okay? So we used this strategy before for summary. You should be familiar with it. Our somebody wants is what we want to do today, what our goal is, what our skill we're working on, all right? When you hear me say that, you're going to write it on this line. Our but is what's been holding us back from doing that skill really well, from coming up with the correct answer. That's our problem. When you hear me say that, you're going to write it on the line here. And our so is the solution or the strategy we're going to use to solve that problem. When you hear that, you're going to write it on the line. So at the end of this, what you should have is each of these filled out, explaining what we want to do, what's been stopping us from doing it in the past, and what we're going to do today to fix it. Okay? Questions? All right. So what we want, So pens in hand. I need to make sure everyone's ready to write. Waiting for a couple people. 19, Coach. No. At least something to write on. Does anyone else need something to write with? Come here. Okay, so pens are in hand. What we want to be able to do today, our want, is to determine the correct central theme of the text. So what we want to be able to do today is to determine the correct central theme of the text. So you should be writing it. Good. I see Zaire started writing it before I even told him. You should be writing what we want to do on this line right here. Take 8 seconds. Everybody writes what our goal is today is to determine the central theme of the text. Waiting on a few people. Deshaun, let's go. Key student, right?
You said develop the central.
No, determine, not develop. Right? The author developed it. We're determining. Making sure everyone has that. 3. Come on, everybody writes. 2. You're writing what we want to do here in the first line. Autumn, can you tell me what is our goal for today? What do we want to be able to do? What is our goal for today? What do we want to be able to do?
Cite evidence from the beginning and other students.
But what are we doing that for? What's our goal? Determine the central theme, right? Okay.
What?
I'm abbreviating because I can't write it all out. All right. What's been holding us back, right? We need to make sure that our theme meets these 3 criteria. All right? So we know that themes deal with universal topics. You guys have been really good at this. You use the back wall even as your anchor chart, coming up with ideas that apply to everyone. The next thing we need to make sure our theme does is answer one of these 2 questions. What is the author saying about this topic, or what is the character learning about this topic? All right, we've done a great job here. What's really been holding us back, the biggest problem that we've had so far, is really making sure that the theme that we chose includes evidence from all parts of the text. So our problem, what's been stopping us from getting this correct theme, is this criteria here, that it includes all evidence from all parts of the text. So that's our problem. I want you to write it here on this line. 8 seconds, everybody should be writing what has been holding us back from coming up with the correct central theme. Good, Zayan is writing.
Just go point to it.
Our problem. Third criteria. Stay with me. Come on, Sadiq. Keish, you got it?
Just go point to it, please.
Okay, third criteria in green up here is what's been holding us back. We haven't found themes that have evidence in all parts of our text. I'm going to tell you what that means in a second, or explain a little more. Just write it down for right now.
That's a button.
Yep. It's a body of our lesson.
Turn that on.
I can't even see that.
They can't see.
Include evidence from all parts of the text. Okay? You with me, Zach? Okay. Let me give you an example. You guys took a test on last Friday, right? In that test, you read a story about Icarus and Daedalus. The first question on your test asks you to identify the theme of the story, right? So, the majority of you in here picked option D. You said family was the theme of that story. Now, going back to my checklist, I need to make sure that was the right theme. So I'm thinking in my head, is it a universal topic? Yes, I agree that it is. Everyone's had experience with family in some way or another, right? So meets that criteria. All right? Does it seem like the character is learning something about family or the author is saying something about family? I agree with that criteria too, because I think Daedalus does learn something about family in this story. When I get to the third one though, this is where we fell short. When I look at this story, family really only comes in the beginning of the story when Daedalus is trying to get him and his son off the island, right? I don't see it in the middle or the end. That focuses mainly on Icarus' death. So when I look at my answer choices, the correct answer actually the correct answer was tragedy, because you see tragedy in beginning, middle, and end. It is a universal topic, and we do learn something about tragedy. The author is saying something about tragedy. It meets all three criteria. All right? So, in order to be able to come up with the correct central theme of the text, we need to make sure that we are including evidence from all parts of the text to support it. That's your so, that's your solution. So on the bottom line, on your so, your solution is it's basically a repeat of the problem. Include evidence from all parts of the text. So I want one piece of evidence from the beginning of the text, from the middle of the text, and from the end of the text. That way you'll know that this is the correct theme because it's supported throughout the entire text. Almost like everyone's writing. Tara, thanks for jumping right in.
Thank you.
1 second. Okay. Okay. Can you tell me what is our solution to the problem? What are we going to do today to make sure we're coming up with the best theme that we can?
Mark.
Very good. Yeah, one piece of evidence from beginning, middle, end.